Over 20 years ago, I had no idea about the grace and mercy Jesus Christ gave to us. The concept of forgiveness through His grace and dying on the cross and His resurrection. I never knew that. I was brought up in the church that didn't teach much of that. So I was really unaware of all the gifts He gave us, other than poor guy died on a cross and then He got resurrected. But I didn't really understand that. But before I go too much further, I'm going to go back in time and tell you a little bit of story how I got there. My life was pretty much consumed like a normal business person, that you're trying to succeed. Your success was from money, success in your job, your stature in your job, and then trying to be a good husband and a father. But it turned out to be much more than that. Along the way, my oldest son needed to go to rehab. And when I visited him, the amazing thing about him going to rehab and Parents Weekend is that I found out that I was the one that needed to be to rehab with him. And maybe I was the reason why he was in rehab. And once I decided to be totally honest about that, I had to figure out how I was going to change that. And at that point, I really wasn't a Christian. And I had no idea how to deal with an alcohol addiction and a nicotine addiction. I decided that it was time to quit. And by the grace of God, I was able to stop nicotine and alcohol for a whole year before I ever got saved. And that's amazing to me. I just thought, well, I'm a lucky guy, or I'm really a strong guy that can do that. But looking back, it was through the grace of God that He let me do that without even being saved. And once I went on a men's retreat one May, over 20 years ago, I found out what the concept of forgiveness was. I was at a point in my life where there was no way I was ever going to make up for the behavior and sins I had in my past. There was just no way to catch up. I wasn't going to live that long. And it was brought to my attention that you're way off base, buddy. All you have to do is ask for forgiveness and ask for redemption and go, hey, and I'm never going to do that again. And that's it. And when they told me that, I was really amazed. Fact is, there was a few preachers there, and after the first guy told me that, I told the other guy, hey, come over here. Is this true? I said, I don't doubt you, but I got to hear that from somebody else. And he said, absolutely. Once you believe that Christ died on the cross and accept all the grace and the mercy and everything He has done for us, once you ask for forgiveness of all your sins, they're wiped away. And the light bulb went off. And I said, no way. And they said, that's right. That's what happens. And I was stunned. And after I accepted that gift that God gave me of forgiveness, the guilt that I had on my shoulders, that went away. I woke up the next morning and it was off my shoulders. And that was a miracle. I didn't wake up feeling awful anymore. I didn't wake up feeling guilty anymore. It was gone. And so that is the miracle I had in my life. And I was blessed with that. And I tell that all the time. It's a kind of short and sweet, and there's a lot more to be said about it. But my miracle in life, so to speak, was understanding the concept of forgiveness.